Hello guys, good evening. All right, so um, I think we've answered this question right on fixed width container, and then on the full width container. So add a bootstrap class to the div element to create a responsive fixed width container. Add a bootstrap class to the div element to create a full width container spanning the entire width of the screen. Right, and I said that the first is just to add a container, the value of container to this class, and then add container field to this. And that we did in the lab where I had to explain with the container, um, creating a container, and in the container we have the class of we have the div with the row, right? We have a row, and then in the row we have 12 columns, right? That explains the fact that we want it to assume the entire width so that you understand what spanning through the full width means. So here, you, if you add the container to this, it gives you a fixed width, right? You add container flip to this, it occupies the full width of your container. Now we check this out. And this is about the two classes of container. See the effect of the first one, just container gives you is a the set width for um, your value, and then the container flip spans through the whole width. If you inspect this, you're going to see when you just inspect, you see, inspect this and inspect this, you're going to see what it is. And that's the same thing that applies to um, your your columns, right? So if I change the column now, let me change it. Change the column. Let's have a div. Let's have a div now. Um, div. So let's just have a call times three, right? So this is going to give us an equal column with equal width. Let's inspect this. We want to give it um, some value more for the screen size. We have MD medium, then we'll make it let's make this let's make this 444 or 5. Okay, let me try this 6 dash MD 2 or 4. That'll give us 10, right? And then this will give the whole columns must sum up to 12. It shouldn't exceed 12. Um, your screen setting comes first, right? So we have MD again. Let's give it MD, and then dash 2. So let's view this and see. Okay, we don't have a value for it yet. So okay, let's just add some text to this. View on the live server. Just pop on live server. Okay, so you see the effect here now. You see the effect here. We have call. You see the spans, the width this first column occupies is quite different from the width the second one occupies. Now this spans across 6 columns. This spans across 4 columns. This spans across 2 columns, right? And you go back to check, you see that it has um, the class value of container dash fluid. That makes it to assume the full width. If you change that class, you're going to have um, you're going to constrain what space it occupies. It occupies in terms of the width. Right. Come back here. If you change this to container alone, it's going to there's a way it shrinks it back again to assume a particular width that is meant for it. Right. That's what happens to this the container effect here. So we have the two classes. To have a fixed width, you just use the word container on your class. To have a full width, a responsive full width, you have your container fluid. Right. That being said, let's talk about the second exercise you have, which is in typography. Um, P class, hello world. What's the instruction for this? Let's take the second one. There's no instruction on that. Use a display class to make the H1 element stand out more than normal headings. Um, Larger font size and lighter font width. Right. In this case, I don't know, but I think I'll have to talk about the display features first. Then you understand. But quickly, in this case, to stand this out, if you copy this to your lab, so you can answer. Let's have this in the lab. In this case, next is in the statement. So we have dash dash. The syntax is wrong. What's happening here? Okay. All right. So let's next number four. Now statement syntax. So in this case, use a display class to make the H1 element stand out more. So the what you're going to have here as the value of this attribute class is just display one, right? So let's view this on a live server to see the effect of that. My heading, see, it's standing out already, right? So that's what you do. We have display one, display two, three, like down. You have it like that. I'm going to still talk about that to help us understand better. So that's about that question, that exercise. You can try your hands on a couple of others that you have. Use a Bootstrap class to set the following text to uppercase, right? So let me leave this to you to do. Um, I'll send you this template to answer these questions and send it back to me. Let me know how far you've gone, right? But that's just it. We've been able to explain a few things rather, that I think will help you as you keep studying. So all the best. Let's In the next video we are going to talk about other concepts again and break it down with exercises that will follow. I encourage that you keep working.